little what? How would you feel if I hit on you like that? Hey everyone, I'm here with my April favorites, and I have just a couple of cosmetics, and then a couple of skincare, and then a couple of randoms. So as always, it's just a hodgepodge of favorites. Can you hear the lawnmower coming? Is he turning it off? No, it's idling. I've been waiting for over an hour. Oh, okay, it might be off. If you hear it come on again, it's because the lawn is being mowed. The first favorite that I want to share with you is actually a blush that Oksana gave to me, and it's called Bellflower. It's a mineral blush, and it's from the Conservatory, and it is such, there it goes again. It's such a beautiful color. It's like it's a rosy pink, but it has like gold undertones to it. I am wearing it today, and it's really pigmented. Like, I barely dipped my blush into it, and when I went to put it on for the first time, it's like pop of color, crazy pop of color. It's just, it's so pigmented. I love this so much. So thank you, Oksana, for giving this to me, because I don't know that I would, well, I don't want to say that I wouldn't have tried it. I don't think I would have known about it had it not been for her showing this to me. So this has been a recent blush favorite. And the next one is also something that I'm wearing, and it is a butter gloss from NYX, and this is Tiramisu. And yeah, I'm wearing it right now. It looks like it would be like a really super neutral in the packaging, but it goes on more pink than what the packaging would have led me to believe. And I loved this a lot last year, and then I kind of started going through other lip products, and then this is the one that I have been reaching for again all month, because it really just goes with whatever I'm wearing as far as my clothes and my eye color. I can just put that on. I don't have to really worry about it clashing with anything, but it's not like a brown or a beige. It's just, it's a neutral pinky-ish color, and I've been loving it a lot, and it lasts. And I have another one of these by NYX, and it is actually like a hot pink type color, but they go on differently, even though they're both butter glosses, and the other one doesn't like last as long as this one does. So for whatever reason, this one just goes on really well, and I love it a lot. And the next one is mascara. It's the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I have been reaching for this a lot, even more than my Jordana, although I do need to get another one because that one is starting to dry out. But this one, I just feel like really gives me that volume and separates my lashes. I'm still on my trial size, and I'm like, oh, should I buy the bigger one? I do want to try some natural mascaras, and this one isn't natural. And I'm like, okay, are there going to be any that will do the same thing? If you have a favorite natural mascara, can you please leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite one is, and like, is it volumizing? Is it like lengthening? Like, what kind it is? I really like to have long, voluminous I really like to have long, voluminous lashes. I just, not like spiderwebby, but just like thick and full and whoo, all over the place. So those are my cosmetics that are my favorites. And for skincare, I really, I like this really raw honey. I made a video about how I was switching over to honey, my first impressions. I need to do an updated skincare routine, but I was using the YS Ecobee honey for my face, and then some people suggested that I try this, and I have been using it. As far as like the effects of the honey, I don't know that there's a difference between the two. This one did have, what is it called? Cappings. They call it cappings, and it says inside you'll find honey cappings, crunchy bits of honeycomb pollen and propolis that can be chewed like gum. And I didn't film this at that point. Like, now I'm like down to like the middle of the jar, but on the top there was a very like thick cappings, and I didn't chew it. I didn't put it in. I think if I order another jar, I will try that and see what that's like. I did use it as like exfoliation with the honey, so I would make sure that there was like the honey beneath it with that, and it gave a nice exfoliating factor to the honey that the YS Ecobee honey did not have. Some people said that they did see a difference as far as the way their skin felt and everything between the two honeys. So far, I haven't experienced much of a difference. And to be honest, this month I have been breaking out quite a bit, like in my chin area. And I don't know that I think it might be because I added a cleanser into my routine for nighttime to help with makeup removal. But I've also been using the argan oil, and I'm wondering if the argan oil is causing the breakout. So I am going to order the seafood. I can't talk today. Should I give up? No, I'm not going to give up. I'm not a quitter. I'm no quitter. I am going to order the sea buckthorn oil and see if that helps, and then just use, so what I've been doing is using the argan oil just on like this area of the face and leaving this alone, and I've been using my Rainwater Botanicals healing salve on my chin area, and it's been helping to clear that up. But I do really like this, and I like that it had like the capping situation, and I'll probably order another one of these so that I can try and see what I've never chewed on a honeycomb before. The next one is a sample that I got in one of my Eco Emmy boxes, and this is Aubrey Organics NuStyle Organic Hairspray in regular hold. I really like this. The smell, it was kind of like, it's like more natural smelling smell, but it's not bad. And I really like it. It does not leave my hair sticky at all. And I like the way it is a spray, like you pump it and it sprays. And it's a really nice like mist. I feel like it really provides an really, this is happening. I have seemed to have lost the art of speaking. It provides an even spray. It does not leave my hair crunchy at all or sticky. So like I have it in today, and I did want to brush out the curls, but it's not tangly or anything. So I really like this. I will probably try a full sizes. I still have quite a bit left, so it's lasted me over the last few weeks. So, but I did want to mention that as a favorite. And the next one is actually from my friend Viv. She has created an Etsy shop making her own skincare products, and it's called Clean Cauldron, and she sent these to me a few weeks ago to try out, and I'm really loving it. This one is in lavender. It's a whipped body butter, and at first I could smell like the lavender is very, very light in this, and I can smell the shea butter, but it's actually like a really comforting, soothing scent. And it is like, it's oily because she's using like all natural products. There's no preservatives in here. So instead of using water, she's using all oils, and she doesn't have to use a preservative. It's oily at first, but it does soak in. So what I've been using it for is, I have back problems, and I've been having like neck aches and back aches, and so every night for the past few weeks my husband has been massaging my shoulders, and he uses this, and it works really well as a massage lotion. And what I do at the same time is I'll put the butter on my feet and my elbows and my hands where the skin tends to be the most dry. Okay, and then that just lets it soak. So we'll do that like while we're watching a show or something. So I'm not using my hands, and it just soaks in. And I'll put socks over my feet or something, but it's really nourishing for the skin. I'm really, really liking it. And she also sent me the scent Blood Orange, and this one is really good too. Man, it is happening outside. People are just all over the place outside my window. I love this scent so much. It's almost gone. And then yesterday I got another little package from her, and it really made my day because I was not having a good day yesterday. And one of the scents was coffee, and I love coffee, and so I put that all over my hands last night before I went to bed. She also sent 2 of her lip tints. One is in Fire Dust, and the other one is Today, man, this video is gonna be rough. If you get through this, I'm sending you mad hugs from over here. The other two products that she sent are lip tints, and this one is called Purity, this one is called Fire Dust, and this has a really pretty pink coloring to it. Even though it is a lip tint, I don't find that I actually get a tint from it, but what I do get is some serious moisturization from these. Just for that, I love it, and I also really like the scent. It's very like bakery comfort smelling is what I would describe it as, but they both are just very moisturizing. And oh, you know what? Okay, when I do this one on my hand, it leaves like a color. I think because when I put it on my lips, I'm not putting a ton on because it does have like that oil and the shea butter on it, that I don't need a ton to make my lips moisturize. But when I put it on my hand and I put like a ton on, I do have more of a tint here. I also noticed that Fire Dust seems to have more of a tint than Purity does. Either way, I really like these and I've been loving these for my lips. The other product that I really love for my lips is this Jersey Shore Sun Vegan Nutrient Dense Lip Conditioner. I really love my Badger ones, and I've mentioned that before, but this one I haven't been reaching for it all the time, and I think it's because of the scent as well. It's winter mint, and it just kind of like, I don't know, it gives me pep in my step, I guess, if that makes sense, but it's really smooth. I have been really enjoying this product as well. These next two products go together and I love them so much. It is ridiculous. I have been nerding out. It is the flowering tea from Numi. I had never heard of flowering tea, and so I am just like blown away by this, and I can't stop geeking out. It's the most amazing thing. And I bought this first, then I realized, oh, I don't have a clear pot to like, or tea kettle or teapot to put it in. So I went back onto Vitacost and bought they have a teapot for it. And I did not expect it to be so small when it came out of the box. I was like, oh, this is teeny tiny. The first time I did it, I had it on my stove and I was just sitting there watching it, and as it was like spreading out, one of my friends said, they're like, oh, those teas creep me out because it reminds me of like spider legs. And I was like, hey, no, this is cool. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm just like, it's the circle of life, going on about this, and my husband's like, that doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, it totally makes sense. And then engaged in a 10-minute conversation on how that song is definitely appropriate for the situation. So whatever, but I love this. It is amazing. I'm probably gonna order a bajillion boxes because it's so cool. I don't know if the novelty will wear off, but I love it. It is awesome. You should try it if you haven't already. So my next favorite, oh, I love coffee. I'm sure you all know that I love coffee, but this is 100% Kona coffee from Greenwell Farms. And this is from the Big Island of Hawaii. If you don't know, 100% Kona coffee, it can only be called that if it's grown on a 12-mile stretch on the Big Island, because they have like a natural, I guess, ecosystem. It rains around the same time every day, so they don't have to water anything. It just naturally does it. And then they have a rich volcanic soil, and they hand pick all of their beans. So a lot of the bigger corporations will go through with machines and they just pull all the beans, and that's why a lot of times it's really bitter, because you will get ripe and unripened beans. I did not know that, and so they go through, they pick the ones that are ripe and they leave the ones that are not, and so you get a smoother coffee. I still don't like to drink coffee completely black, but when we were there and we tried each one, it definitely was a lot smoother. I didn't get like that icky bitter taste. And it's been 2 years since I've had it, and I love their coffee. It was so good, and I've been craving it ever since, and I'm like, oh, but it's expensive, and I didn't know how much it was going to be to have it shipped, but it was only $7 to have them shipped. But one is the medium roast, And I did not know this either, but apparently the lighter the roast, the more caffeine it has. The darker the roast, the less caffeine it has. So when it says light roast, that has more caffeine than the dark roast. Who knew? Because I guess when like they are roasting it, it loses the caffeine. So we got the medium roast, and then I bought espresso beans, and I got these because I make lattes at home, and these are so good. So I got some of these. I haven't drank it all yet. I emptied them into containers and I kept the bags to show you. This stuff is so good. I highly recommend it. It is a little pricey, but I feel like it's worth the splurge every once in a while. For people, I got peeps that I love. The first person is my friend Sarai from Sincerely Sarai C. She had taken a little break from filming, and then she came back, and I knew that she came back, but then she like had quite a few videos come out, and I didn't know YouTube like wasn't putting them in my feed. And so when I saw that I had missed like a few of them, I was like, what? So I had to catch up on all of her videos. And the same thing happened with Deb the Makeup Noob. She's pregnant, and where the heck have I been? And so I went to her channel, and she had all these videos that I didn't see. So I had to binge watch both of their videos. So they're both just like really, really sweet girls, great personalities, informative videos. And Sarai and I are buddies. I love talking to her. She's such a wise woman. And yeah, they're both so cute. Actually, they're both pregnant. Both her and Deb the Makeup Noob are pregnant. So congratulations to both of you girls, by the way. I know I've already said it, but congratulations. And the next person is Rachel from All Natural Aspirations. Her videos are amazing. She has such great information. She does natural like beauty and skincare, and she just has great video content. I don't know how she keeps up on it, all to be honest with you, because she's a mom too, and I know how hard it is to make videos, but she, like, you can tell that she really had like she knows her stuff, and she makes really great content. I think that if you're interested in natural living, like, you should definitely check out her videos, and if you're not, just watch her videos anyways, because you'll learn a lot. So yeah, so check them out. I'll leave the links down below. And for songs, God's Not Dead by the Newsboys is just a really powerful song. And I also there's a movie by the same name called God's Not Dead, and it's in theaters. If you have it near you, I highly suggest that you go see it. My husband and I went to go see it, and we cried through most of the movie. It was really good. And the other song is All This Time by Britt Nicole. This song has been out for a while, like I've known it for a long time, but the lyrics have just been resonating with me. And there's one part of the song where it says, I hear these people asking me, how do I know what I believe? Well, I'm not the same me, and that's all the proof I need. And I was like, that is a big thing. I wouldn't say that's the sole reason why, like, I'm a believer, but just seeing the change that has happened to me through Christ is a big thing, that I could just be like, wow, like, who I am as a person and who I was as a person before accepting Christ is very big difference. And so I've been loving those songs. And then Happy by Pharrell Williams. I mentioned this in the last video, but my daughter and I have dance parties to this song, and it's just a lot of fun, you know, and I like seeing her like get into it and just jam around. And speaking of my daughter, a favorite, and I write down funny things that she says, but my recent favorite is we were outside having like, not a picnic, but I took out a couple oranges and we were sitting on the porch. It was a beautiful day out. I actually wanted to film outside today, but then it was raining when I started filming, and now the sun is shining, so go figure. We were sitting outside and we were just talking, like, just chatting, and my friend had a baby, and we were talking about babies, and I said, so, you know, would you ever want a little brother or a little sister? And she was like, no. And then she said something like they would, like, insinuating that they would basically, like, take her toys or whatever. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, well, only a girl sister. And I was like, only a girl sister? You wouldn't want a little brother? And she's like, no, I don't like boys. And then I was just like, oh, well, you know, you might have a little brother one day. She's like, I would want a girl and then a boy. And I was like, oh, so you would want a sister first and then a brother? And she said, yeah. I'm like, well, you know, I can't control that. And she's like, well, why not? And I said, well, because God, you know, God controls that. And so she gets quiet and she just kind of like stares ahead for a few seconds. And then she goes, dear Jesus, please make it be a girl and then a boy. Thank you, amen. I was just like busting up. I'm like, okay. It was really cute, really endearing. So yeah, she's got quite the personality. The other day she was wearing a dress that she used to wear when she was 2, so it's pretty short, but it's a Minnie Mouse dress. And my husband's like, you need to put leggings on because we were gonna leave. And she's like, no, I don't want leggings on. He's like, yes, your dress is too short. You need to put leggings on. And she's like, it'll be fine, Dad. It'll be fine. And he was just like, so it starts now? Like, is this the preview for teenage years? When she starts wanting to wear things that are too short? And he was just like, not happening. And I was like, yeah, well, now you know what dads were feeling like when you were a teenage boy, don't ya? Comes back to bite you. All right, so those are my favorites. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what some of your favorites for the month are, and I hope that you guys are all doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, fun fact. It's taken me like over an hour to film this video because of all of the lawn mowing business. I swear to you, I think that he's just having fun. I'd probably have fun too if I was riding a drivable lawnmower. We didn't have drivable lawnmowers growing up. Our yards weren't big enough. We just pushed our lawnmowers. He's just driving in circles. There is no rhyme or reason to what is happening outside.